Ooh, where do I start? What a summer we've had. Some amazing transfers have come in. We're probably going to match PSG, and I wouldn't be surprised if we go and win the league and the Champions League double. It's probably what I would say if we didn't have such a greedy owner who is taking all our money and looking to sell up and run off.
Ooh, wee.
Ooh, wee. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Journeyman episode 47 today. And yeah, you already know what's going on with that intro, but let me just catch you up to speed. Basically, it's been an eventful summer. Straight off the bat, without even looking at any players, let's just look at those two figures. We've sold 94 million and spent 30 million on players. Something's not adding up there. We've got Champions League. We should be improving the squad, but I'm not sure if we have. We'll go with our first sell. The first noticeable sell anyway was Lianco to West Brom. So he was our centre-half who was in and out the team. Nothing amazing. He's 29 now. We managed to sell him for, what was it in the end? 26 million, rising to 30 million. I thought that was a pretty good sell, like for a backup centre-half. But okay, that's going to give us about 26 million, including the transfer money that we've been given, transfer budget of 10 million. So I'm thinking, okay, 36 million, good centre-half to get in to replace him. Quickly found out that the what the board were giving us for transfers, I'll just show you here, transfer revenue made available was less than 50%. I think it was 30. I managed to get it up to 50. And that's after having strong words with big Frank McCourt, the owner. He's managed to jump up to 50. And he's done that because it's all too late now. We've already done our selling. So he can do that now. It's almost the end of the transfer window. So knowing this, I then also needed a new goalkeeper because I wasn't happy with Rajkovic last year. Managed to sell him for 15 million. Was pretty happy with that. He's 30 years old. 15 million. You know, not too bad. So I'm thinking, okay, we've got an all right bit of money. I know it's not as much as it should be from what we sold, but we had enough. But then an offer came in, which the board just could not refuse. 50 million for Flavian Bertrand to Atletico Madrid, sorry. Yeah, that is a great sell. Like, I'm not taking anything away from the sell. 50 million for a player that we got on a free. He got 14 goals, 8 assists, 5 man of the matches, an average rating of 7.04. Like, he was a good player. He was in and out the team. He was going to be our starting striker. Well, 50 million was amazing to receive, and I was happy to have that if we would get that full amount, which we don't. So that's left me with a headache because trying to find a decent striker on this game, as we all know, for less than 20 million, 30 million is near impossible. So basically, to summarize, we've sold our centre-half, our goalkeeper, our first choice striker for about 90 million. And we've got nowhere near that to spend. This is where it's been tough. I managed to get in Alex Meret Merit. Where's he from? He's Italian. Doesn't really help. We managed to get Alex in anyway for 18 million. I think he's an improvement on Rajkovic. Well, I hope he is. He's a bit more of a solid keeper. Good reflexes, good one-on-ones, good handling, low eccentricity, which I like. Fairly decent mental attributes. Rushing out's 15, so he can still play a sweeper keeper role. I think he's an improvement. He's 29 now, so just hitting his goalkeeper form. I'm happy with that. He's definitely an improvement and was only 3 million more. The problem is that has now taken out a big chunk of our available budget. Then, not having too great of funds, I was looking into getting loans in, and to be fair, we've gone for Hazel. She's a fairly decent player. I'm quite happy with her. You know, like what we were looking for in a centre half was someone who was a ball winner and like quick, powerful, and she is definitely that. Jumping 17, stamina 16, strength 14, marking 15, heading 16, tackling 16, great mentals, brave, and is a wonder kid. Also decent at passing, 13, ball playing, so can still play the way we want to play, but is also more of a ball winner, which is what we were looking for. Not a great player trait, dwells on ball. That is something maybe we can try and train out, but only on loan. Probably the best deal I could get with the money that we had for a centre-half that would improve what we've already got. That left us with about 25 million to find a first-choice striker. And you'll all know, playing Football Manager yourselves probably, or if you don't, well, trying to buy a top world-class striker on this game for about 20 mil is near impossible unless you can find an absolute gem. Have I found a gem? Probably not. 11 million, though, is pretty cheap. Sergio Otamendi, Aguero and Otamendi's love child. He is... I'm not fully convinced on him, I'm going to be honest. He's a poacher, finishing 17. I wanted someone who could finish. Finishing 17, composure 15, anticipation 14, fairly quick, 6 foot still, strong crossing. What he is just a poacher, I think. Technique's bad, work rate's bad. He's just going to be a little bit of a box in the box, I'm hoping. Maybe can bring him on for a Strati or swap those two around as, you know, something different. Shoots with power, knocks ball past opponent, and does not dive into tackles. Came from Chelsea. Had an amazing season for Boca Juniors in Argentina. 20 goals and 27 when he was, I think, 19. They snapped him up. Did not do well in his first season in the Premier League. Recovered a little bit in his second year with 4 goals and 10, and average rating 7.01. So I'm going to be honest, I had like 3 other strikers who I wanted to buy and they just wouldn't budge. They were all wanting about 40 million, 50 million, basically the fee that I sold Bertrand for, but obviously didn't get any money back for. Yeah, on a whole, we've sold a lot of players for decent money and not had the funds to really replace them. We've had to wheel and deal a little bit. Are they improvements? Time will tell. Let me know what you think. I'm still on the lookout for a winger, but all I've got is 30 million. Frustrating fingers, you'll see in the top left-hand side of the corner here. We've got 113 million in the bank. We were under a transfer embargo about a week ago. It lasted about a week because Frank McCourt, our owner, was looking to sell the club. So he just wants to get out, probably take some money with him, you know, do some sort of dodgy dealings or whatnot, but yeah, I'm pretty gutted because I was hoping we were going to improve this squad a lot to really go and challenge for the league title, sorry. And we're just not being allowed to. I've asked for extra funds. I've asked for all sorts. I've asked them to just like get players in and then take over with the signings and no budging. This just looks like what we've got left, 30 million. I need another winger as well. Times are tough. So with that in mind, this is what the current squad's looking like. Estrati up top. We've still got Mickey on the left. Kosic is now having to play on the right because we just haven't got really a good enough right winger. Like, he's a good technical player, but right wing is not his position. So we're desperate for some sort of winger type player. I'm looking in low markets. You know, it's getting pretty desperate for that position, to be honest. Gilmore and Meeson in the centre, swapping them two around in their position. I'm not really sure what the good like partnership between them two is yet, like who's going to be the Mazzella, who's going to play as a deep line playmaker. Tried them both out in different ways, and you know they're both still doing well. Just need to find that extra something between them. El Neni's still in at half back, Pellegrini's at left back, Gusto at right, Foyth, and now with his partner Basil, who's started well, and in goal is Meret. Is that team better than last year? Probably not. Is it worse? Probably not. Like, I think it is probably about the same, but we wanted to improve. We wanted to improve this team to challenge PSG, but unfortunately, we've not got the funds, and PSG have probably gone and spent hundreds of millions on players to improve them and probably increase that gap between them and the rest of us boys. But let's just go have a little look at the results. I'm already 3 games into the league. First game, we played Nantes away, and Pellegrini got a goal, and Estrati, no party is continuing as he also got a goal in the 4-1 win over Nice. Estrati, Gilmore, Meeson and Rahis all got goals. Then we played Reims 1-0, Meeson with the only goal in that game. So we've continued our good form. We're 3 wins out of 3 in the league. And so are PSG with a goal difference of 11 as they've gone and beaten Lyon 3-0. Nimes 5-1 and St Etienne 4-0. This could be a tough season because we've got to try and challenge the league title, And we've also got Champions League. And that is why I've brought you back today. It's not because we've got a massive game against SM Caen, which we are going to play, but it's because we've got the Champions League draw. Unfortunately, I kind of just got a bit ahead of myself and continued pressing continue. And the group stage has already been drawn. So sorry, I was going to build you up and, get you all involved in the draw then. Oh, really exciting, really fun. But no, it's already been drawn. And I wish I could go back and do it again, but I can't because we've gone and got Man City, Bayern Munich and Genk. The only positives in that is I'd like to think we're better than Genk, so we might be able to get third and get you like the Europa League or something. But no, we've got City. How have City been doing in the Prem recently? Let's have a quick little gander just to let us know what we're up against. So City finished third last year, okay, and fifth the year before that, and they won it before that. Right, maybe they're not in the best of form, but they're still a pretty decent side, aren't they? Bayern Munich, they are currently sitting in first after a few games, but we want to look at, Bayern Munich have won it a good 3 years on the trot. They're going to be tough to beat. Who have they got these days? Key player is Marvin. Okay, yeah. So sorry I missed out on going through the draw. Yeah, I really wanted to do that, but we've ended up with City, Bayern Munich, and Genk. Right, let's go get into this league game and lift those spirits. Bench is looking pretty slim when it comes to quality at the moment. We've got Otamendi on international duty, so cheers for turning up. Otamendi can't make your YouTube debut today, but instead we've got the likes of Rahis, who, you know what, he's nothing special, is he? Tauvin, legs have gone. Lemens, 19-year-old wonder kid who just isn't really doing it for us. We're up against it this year. We're up against PSG. We're always up against it, but we're going to need to dig deep and really try and grind out some results now. Go on, guys. Do it for the fans, not for the bloody board. Let's do this. Come on. PSG are so far ahead when in terms of finance and quality. It was always going to be a tough ask, and now it's just getting even harder. We qualify for Champions League and we get less money. We're not gonna sit and moan all season. Don't worry. I'm just letting you guys know kind of what situation we're in at the moment. Hazel. She is great, Hazel at the back. She's a beauty. Very good at passing it back to the keeper. Elneny to Gilmore. Gilmore started well. Him and Meeson are going to be really good in the midfield together. That's where we kind of are strong midfields, like that little trio in the middle of the park. Just going forward, we don't really have much. But speaking of much, we've got Bojan Kosic. He's having to step up in that role with there's basically just being no one else who's good enough to play there. He's an attacking midfielder, but we're sticking him out on that right wing for now as an inside winger. And he's left-footed and he's coming off that wing and got a decent header. We don't need to see any more of that. Right, good start. These are not doing great, by the way. I forgot to mention they're currently sitting on 1 point from 4 games in 19th as it stands. We are expected to beat these. Saying that now, they're going to score, aren't they? Ooh, okay. Meret is looking okay so far. He's not done anything amazing, but look at that distribution. Who needs Rajkovic? Decent. Back out to Gusto. Kosic having a good game today. Gusto, can he get it back in? Meeson, he's hit it. Oh, what? He's hit it. I don't even know what to say. That was an absolute beauty. Should have he hit it from there? I don't think he should have. That is not where you should be hitting it from. But if you score it, you can do it any day. That was in the corner, wasn't it? Their keeper didn't just have a shocker. I'm pretty sure that flew into the corner. Okay, 2-0 up. Half time. Possession, dominating. Shots fairly even though. Don't get complacent. Oh, a few lads look a bit stressed here. They'll be all right. They'll be all right once they get back out there. Pellegrini into Estrati. Can he deliver one? No, it's little Kosic again. Oh, it is. Little Kosic. Look at how tall is he? He looks absolutely tiny. 5'3". Wow. And he scored a header. Not know he was that little. I like that. Little guy, little dancing feet on that right wing. 2 crosses he's scored from as well. They're just not picking him up. That defending is shocking. Like, how they've just let it fall to him on the volley. I'm not complaining. We're 3-0 up. Going well. 4 games undefeated. 4 games won in a row. Going to bring Lemens on as the left side just because Mikio is a bit short of match sharpness. So might as well rest him when we're 3-0 up. Coming up to 80 minutes. We'll bring some more fresh legs on, starting with the right back. And Kosic can come off for Rahis. And that'll be our changes for today. One more would be nice. 4-0 is... Oh, into a strike. He's running behind. And held it up. Lemens out to Rahis. Is he onside? He is. That's 4. Strike laid it back to Lemens. And he's talking out the 2 subs, the 2 youngsters. And it's a good performance. Is this team going to do better than last year? 88 points, a Marseille record in the league. Can this team go and beat that? Let me know in the comments below. Do you see a little bit of potential somewhere, or are we just riding the wave at the moment? Just to confirm, there we are, sitting in second, 4 from 4, just the same as PSG. Caught up their goal difference a little bit as well. Yeah, it's been a better start than expected, really. 4 wins on the bounce. We've got Stade Rennais next, and I think I'll come back for that City game. It's our first Champions League game. My first Champions League game on this series. So we'll bring City to the Stade Orange Velodrome and see if we can get a result against them. It's going to be a tough group, that, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to play the 1 game and then come back for that, just because we want to play that first Champions League game, don't we? And it's against City. But yeah, that's the end of this episode. So thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed it, please give it a little like, a little subscribe, and also give that little notification bell a little click, because that will remind you every time I upload. Usually Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But, you know, just gives you that little reminder, keeps you on top of things so you don't get left behind in the series. And there's some exciting things coming up. We've got Champions League football. We're going to try and challenge for that league title. But who knows, eh? Anyway, see you next time. Au revoir.